Good evening. I'm so happy today to again tell you your tell for you my story. I'm sorry, my English sometimes is I have to think and calm down, and I'm trying to do this right now. And I want to tell you today about my parents, because my parents, it's for me, it's everything who I am right now. And I told you already, because they raised me right. I can tell you it's 100% with all obstacles around to raising kids, they doing right things because they Christian, they believe with God, and God provide them with wisdom and all talents they have together. They always together. My mom and my dad always together everywhere, with kids, with financial, with church stuff. They always together. I never hear they argue or accuse each other or using bad words. They always using right words. They always want the truth. They fight for truth, and they both work so hard for everything. If my mom have 11 children, can you imagine how many years she's just pregnant? 9 years she is pregnant in her life, and 23 years she is nursing little babies, never stop. 23 years. We counted everything. I can't imagine that ever, what they done for us. And of course this generation is big things biologically. They both very high level generation. They know value, they know a lot of stuff. They talented, and they go through together with everything, with difficulties, with happiness, with they try making life with happiness all the time, with love. I saw that love all the time. My father always around my mom. He's always play or something, ticklish her or touch at her or whispering her behind her back in the ear, and she's always playing with him like snapping in the towels or leave me alone please, I'm busy right now, what do you need? And they play all the time, and that's so fun to watch. I don't see a lot of people doing that stuff, like real nature stuff, love have nature, a lot of stuff to don't see right now. They a lot of fake people faking love. I don't believe in faking love, because I know my father and mother have real love, what I see in my eye, what I feel it. And my mom always tried to my father go morning to work, and all day she's trying to organize everything, everybody for school, for she's looking homeworks, she's no schedule for 11 children and for house and everything. She's know everything, and for her garden and for home stuff, because she's doing that by her own, and she's organized rules and like who's can doing stuff like go to store or go to bring the water or whatever it is. We already know what we have to do. She's given to everybody her rules, and we know that. And I'm always want to help her more, because she's always tired and asking me, can you watch the kids, can you play with the kids? And I say, of course mom, I love to play with kids too, she can relax a little bit. And sometimes my father came in for lunch, and she's always prepare herself to feed kids first before he's coming. She's given to lunch. Your father came in for lunch, nobody in the kitchen, in the dining room. We have in Ashgabat very beautiful dining room, and she's put him, already prepare everything, and put him in sit on the table, and he's a peaceful and quiet, and she's talk to him, and sometimes we come over and say hello and looking at how my father eating, and he say, Faith, do you feed the kids? He's always asking, yes, I feed the kids. Why they looking at me like he's so hungry? They so hungry. Say, no, I just before you come in, I feed them all. And we always try to listen what they say. We miss our father too, and always around. And after he's done his lunch, she's always tell us to in the house be quiet, because he's have to sleep like 15-20 minutes, relax and go back to work. He's have like 1 hour, and always he sit on the bike and come back and to work, and or whatever dinner or morning he's used the bike. And if a dinner, sometimes we have together dinner if father want to. Sometimes he's very tired, he's want to separate, or he's coming too late, he stop after work, see somebody, and from church members or whatever. Mom always prepare again everything, house very clean, around the house very clean, and outside all walkway all clean. She's don't have no laundry, no nothing. She's prepare everything to his coming on a dinner, and he can relax and enjoy time with family, and we help her. And I think that it's very smart. After my father passed away, she's still continue doing that stuff. We always feed the kids, and we always feed the later man, then woman the last one, because we want to relax and talk. This is rules help us to organize this best way communication and no frustration without that perfect. And when they done the dinner and my father have time with us, sometimes he's tell very short time we have like a prayer or something doing, but we're already more older, and we have different stuff to do, and he's like done everything before he's need to pray and have time or prepare himself for service or some stuff he's have to do. He's go to his living room and close the door. We know, my mom say, never open door if father closed the door in living room, and we know that because he's need a peace, he's talk to God, he's write the song, he's write the order and study. He's all the time study. I'm so interested. On his desk, he has always few books. There's his Bible in the main way, always on the table. And he's have dictionary of KGB, like red book in Soviet Union. He's always read the dictionary to he can always study, because he's have to support the old churches and doing this under the ground. He's need to know rules and everything. He's always study material. And he's have like book of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels and his table always, and about geography, biology. He's have all books about like scientists, but main books he's have Bible, that is dictionary, and why he's like Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. He's tell that two guys, they from Germany, if you know them. I learning that too. I studied them too, because communists are taking all rules from them. Lenin read that write his all books through the dictionary and rules and everything what they talking about, and a lot in that books have from Bible versions. They reading Bible all the time. Lenin too. He's educated with Christianity, and his family, they all very nice educated people. He's not from very bad people. He's from good family too. And my father always looking stuff what he's need to for everybody, because he's teaching young pastors, he's teaching his family children, his children and his family, and he's teaching other families too. He's coaching, he's give it key. People talk to him asking him question, and that is best way to answer, educated yourself. And when he's praying, he can pray hours and hours. He can stand and looking in the window, and sometimes with just little bit open door, do my father die, done or not, he still stand with one position. And with my sister always think, how long he can stand, like he's even don't move and talk to God. How long he can do this? And when he's we have consequences, and we don't know that my mom tell us a lot after very long time after we already growing up, how father when we have consequences, especially when I'm 16, he's built me on my back. I can sit on my butt like 2 weeks. It's healing. I can sit. I can put my body to back. I'm always like stiff. My sister put the oil to healing that all the time. But my mom told me he's go to his living room and he's lay on his stomach and spread his arm and crying to God for forgiveness what he's done. But he's always saying, what I can do, give it to me direction. I testing this in my life too. It's very help to relieve, help you to understand, and God give it to you wisdom and provide you directions and everything when you're very close to God, when you pray with Him, when you talk to Him like this. I tasting that when my mom tell me what he's doing, he's done this all the time. From start from Siberia, he's let down on his stomach and pray hours. Sometimes he's stop praying like 3 o'clock night and go a little bit sleep and go for 4 hours he's sleeping. He's just depend on this, depend on God 100%. That's why he's power. That's why he's not afraid anything. And my mom, she's very humble. She's loving him and take care of him always, and teaching us doing this too. And this is beautiful things when you realize who is have to be wife and who is have to be husband through faith of God. How they have to create their families, teaching their kids. That's all on parents. It's beautiful things parents can do for God to create their families. Beautiful families. But I can tell you 100%, my father tell us, I know not everybody can go through like I want to be, like I raise you. I can see right now your characters. I can see right now what you're capable, who you are. And he's truly see that. He's always tell us, like for me personal, he's always tell, he can tell in front of everybody, Tatiana, where are you right now? You again on the clouds. You have to come back and stay right there, close to me, and looking in my eye, straight, so I can see you listen me. All the time he's telling me. And I always say, I'm here, Daddy, I'm here. You just don't see me. I don't understand what he's mean. Well, in the clouds, I thinking I'm always right there. But I am in the clouds. I always dreaming. I always fantasy, and this is my character. And he's known that character. For everyone, 11 children, for everyone. He's known everyone. And he's exactly tell who we are. And I'm little bit tell you about relationship with my mother and my father, because I have next time tell you what happens in our family. Very bad things, very tragedy. But today I won't finish it about we're still living in that city of Ashgabat, and I won't tell you about that city. They in the stores and the businesses, they only working men. The women stay all home. They not working anywhere. And for us that is absolutely is different. Like you go to store and buy the food or whatever, groceries, and all men right there. No one woman. Only sometimes we see woman who is cleaning, or outside or inside. They just cleaning. And men working in the stores and the business and the farms everywhere. A lot of men working with that. This is like Muslim rules about men and women. And if men buy in Turkmenia woman, then they can legally have 4 wives. And he's working with kids, and they have a grocery, whatever is backpacks, whatever is suitcases, all his wife take care of it, not husband. Husband just walk with nothing. He's just watching kids to go through right on the streets and commander, and women always do this. And it's hard to see that, you know. We're not used to about this, but what you can do is the culture is different culture. But they're very nice for each other. They have kids. They between wives, they never, they fight or something. They always nice for each other, because they don't up voice ever for men. Never cheating on men either. If you're cheating on Muslim family, they have very bad consequences for this. They're afraid to have that consequences. They never cheating, if even whatever is. I don't know right now, maybe change, but when we're living right there, they're very, very strict about everything. And they, women making dinner, women take care of everything, and their property and the houses, take care of everything. Men just make money, that's it. When men come back to home, dinner is already ready. They sit, men separate and women separate. And they living separate in the bedrooms, girls separate and boys separate all over. And only if a husband and wife, some of it from what he's have, excuse me, they very quietly doing this, go to his room and he's have separate room. Only husband have separate room. Other everybody have to with different rooms, women and men. Sometimes wives have separate room and kids, girl have separate room. They depend on house how big. And they making very delicious food, very delicious. I'm learning a lot cooking right there, dishes. They most like a lot of they have inside their property. They build it like made it with clay, like very clay, like yellow clay, very gluey. They build it like a stone outside with hole inside, and inside they making this like they bake it bread right there. And that bread is so delicious I ever eating. When they making that bread, the smell go everywhere, and they bring it in your house, like for everybody. One is like round, like tortillas is more thick. They bring it for you for everyone to like gift for us, because they baking a lot of like that bread and sell it and families and give it to neighbors. We have very good communication in neighborhood, always sharing what we have from garden. If we have vegetables or grapes or fruit, they all sharing. People come in and take, and you just put on outside, and neighbors will use it each other, like for flowers, beautiful. Sometimes my older sister, she's making flowers and go to sale too for $1 for some little money, and people buy it. Right on close to your house. And it's fun. And when it's summertime, there's very, very hot. If you're walking on a walkway, and that's asphalt, like a cement, it's soft. When you step, and your step is like a pillow, you walking like on pillows, like very soft. And everybody go to very slow because it's hot, and the buses and the transportation driving very slow, like very slow motion, all city moving when it's hot days, because it's hot. And they have tubes on the heads, and that jacket very heavy still, and drink a lot of green teas. They don't have obese people right there, seriously, very rare. And they take care of the kids too. They have a good take care of the kids, and they play different kind of games with us too. We're not like we white and they Muslims. We don't have no ever issues with each other. All friendly. I miss that city. I wish I can go right there. I have a lot of friends we graduate from school. They everywhere right now too. Who is in Moscow? Who's I meet them in websites, and we still communicate sometimes. And we go to and start. My father, I'm 14, my sisters already start going to work. They study in college still and go to work in a small like family doctor office and front desk. My boss of sister, and I'm just finished high school, and I'm asking father before he's have to find for me job so I can making money, because we want wearing buy different clothes and shoes, because we already start young ladies. We need that upgrade ourselves. And my father say, okay, you can go to work. And he's have someone friends to asking for a job, and he's find for me a job, very good job. I'm working in like huge big business base in Turkmenistan, and they working with business other countries is huge, just huge. And I'm a secretary of CEO, and I love the job. I'm young. I just have to answer the phone and invite on meetings and prepare, like if somebody come in, I have to put this like national, it's a cup of teas, and making fresh tea and the candy and cookies, whatever is his order for me. And I have to go to store and organize that everything. And when he's have meeting, nobody can come in, and I have to stop the people or making appointments or whatever. It's easy job, but I'm start longing to work, and I'm so happy. And I have to walk long distance to get that office. And this is my career started. And sometimes I'm typing too, because they, like same mechanical machine having sometimes who is not coming at work, and they need the type. They always asking him, can we borrow you Tatiana to she can typing for us? We need something like few pages, and he's always let me go doing this, and I'm making right there. A lot of friends, they support me. I'm little, 14 years old, teenager. They're really friendly people. They teach me a lot of things to do right away. They give it to me directions. They give it to me everything what I needed to, how I have to acting. And I love that study and practice. They're very nice, very educated people. And my sister working too, and we start little by little upgrade ourselves. And my father told always, you please be careful. And he's never talking with my mom, never talking about a relationship with a man. We already start growing up, and he's never talked to us about nothing. We're not educated about sexual activities, no man stuff. We don't know nothing. Only he is for family, like a woman. We have to be woman, success woman, like he supposed to in Christian life. That's why all three sisters were musician. We graduated from school. We go to work. My two sisters go to college, and we same job doing in the home, and same job we're doing for church too. And that life, that study with everything give it us, for me, give it to me very big things in my life, in my career, in my future, because of we educated with my parents. Only things we don't educated, it's about biologically between woman and man. But my father always say, I found for you girls good husbands. I want you find good husbands. And this never happens. I wish we be educated. And subpoena, of course, coming once a while, like one time a month, it's subpoena, it's coming. And my father go to a courthouse to talk to judge and tell him what he's doing and what's going on. And one time, he's have subpoena. This is already when we already start working and everything. And he's go to judge, and judge talk to him very nicely, and he say, I nothing can do for you anymore. Government pressed me down very hard about you, and I give it to you. Court order, you have to move out from city of Ashgabat 24 hours. Don't make me arrested you. But my father, he's not afraid. He's don't have a right to move him out from nothing, from no criminal case, no nothing, don't have it. And he's come back to home, and we pray for this every night. Do nobody come in and don't arrest my father. And that happens probably around year. And nobody anymore like subpoena, nobody don't send him no subpoena, no nothing. I think is that judge protect him to, like, he's exists, he's not there. I give it to him 24 hours, he's not there. And my father stay quietly and doing his job because he understand value. If somebody give it to you him because he's always talk to the same guy, he said, I don't know why they want you don't do nothing bad. They don't have a right to put on you anything. You're not criminal. You take care of your family. Nothing can do. And that give it to him a key to stay more in that city. 1 more year. And we, of course, we're traveling all the time. And we have one time my older sister go to with some young pastor with kids programs, materials, and they have to go to different like Kazakhstan and this area in Uzbekistan, and they have to drop off. And last one city, my sister, she's go by herself. She's already almost 16 years old, and it's like kind of winter time, is cold, but we don't have in that areas winter. So here is sometimes snow or minus, always plus. And she's sees somebody follow her, and she's scared. She's thinking what I have to do. And from train station, some dude follow her, and she start more faster, and she start run, and he start run, and eventually he's grab her and behind and put her in one rape her, and she start praying so hard, and she's have a lot of clothes because it's cold, it's like winter, don't have snow, still temperature is not like in summer. She's have like extra pants and like this stuff, and he's don't have no time. And some neighbors, close to neighbors, start dog really barking, German Shepherd, and somebody just turn light on outside and open the door from house, and he's heard it and he start run away. And my sister, she's opened that gate, and that is German Shepherd is don't attacking her. He's so quiet and let her come in, and that people living right there, husband and wife, they have a shock. They say nobody can pass the dog, no one. What is happens they don't know. She say somebody will rape me, please help me, stay overnight, and in the morning I go to what I needed to go, I have an address. And they let her stay overnight. They put in mattresses on the floor close to stone fireplace, and to move warm, give it to her blanket, and she's give it to her clothes to change, and she's crying. And when he's attacked her, he strangled her, and she's have all bruises on her neck, and his eye red. When she's come back home, my father say, what's happened to you? And he's take her in the living room, and she's tell him everything what happens. My father is so devastated about this. Say, why I send it to you? He's praying, and she's have bruises around her neck, and she's have very like red eye, and we all support her and we pray for her, and I always with her. We're like 3 sisters, we're just like 2, we're always together. Older one, we're not with her never, because she's always out of by herself. And we support my sister too. And it happens sometimes. But my father is very regret. He sent it to her with that material. And I don't want to finish on that my story today, and tragic material, tragic story. I want to finish on a good story. We still living, and we have a lot of fun. People still come in and go. We go ourselves to different cities, and we have a lot of fun. And we have a trip to that sand desert right there, Karakum, and the camels. It's so beautiful, and my father tell a lot of story, and we see board with Iran, and it's kind of very interesting country, and so beautiful. That city is so beautiful, very green, have a lot of different kind of trees, different kind of flowers, and very, very clean. Women clean that cities all the time. I don't have never see trash somewhere, never. And I want down today my story, and I want you to subscribe me and write for me. I hope you like my story. I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening.